Riccia. Systematic position of Riccia, division Bryophyta, class Hepatopsida, order Marchantiales, family Ricciaceae, genus Riccia. Occurrence of Riccia. The genus was named after an Italian botanist, F. F. Ricci. All the species grow as terrestrial plant on damp soil except Riccia fluitans, which grows in water. The common Indian species are Riccia discolor, Riccia gigantica, Riccia frosti, Riccia melanospora, Riccia cristallina, Riccia fluitans. Gametophyte generation of Riccia. In gametophytic plants, the Riccia is thalloid body, small, flat, dorsiventral, dichotomously branched. Dorsal surface shows prominent midrib. Growing point is situated in apical notch. Ventral surface shows the presence of large number of rhizoids and scales. Scales and rhizoids are, this is the lower epidermis. There is presence of tuberculate rhizoids which are having small tuberculate inside in inner wall, and these are the smooth wall rhizoids. The two types of rhizoids, smooth wall, smooth inner walls, living cells, main function is absorption. Tuberculate, peg-like projection in inner wall, devoid of protoplasm. Main function is mechanical support. Scales present on the ventral surface of thallus, simple and ligulate type, help to protect the growing point. Each scale is simple, multicellular, and one cell in thickness. Internal structure of Riccia. If we have taken the tiers of thallus of Riccia, there are two perfect zones. The first zone is photosynthetic zone, and second zone is storage zone. The photosynthetic zone consists of compactly arranged vertical rows of chlorenchymatous cells. We call it as a assimilatory filament, separated by narrow vertical ear chambers. Cells possess chloroplast and perform photosynthesis. These cells possess chloroplast and perform photosynthesis. These are the ear pores. Storage zone consists of compact, colorless, parenchymatous tissue without intercellular spaces. Cells contains abundant starch grain. Few cells of lower epidermis elongate to reproduce rhizoids. Reproduction, vegetative reproduction by means of fragmentation, formation of adventitious branches, persistent growing apices, and formation of tubers. Sexual reproduction is oogamous. Male sex organs are antheria, born in antheridial chambers, and female sex organs are archegonia, born in archegonial chamber. Some of the species are monoecious and some are dioecious. Sex organ arises singly in acropetal succession, youngest at the apex and oldest at the base. Structure of antheridium differentiated into two parts, stalk and body. This is the stalk and this structure is body. Body of antheridium consists of single layer jacket enclosing a mass of androcytes. Each androcyte is differentiated to produce single biflagellate antherozoids. These are the biflagellate antherozoids. This is the substructure of androcyte. In single antheridium, there is presence of pair of androcytes. These are liberated and these are the antherozoids. Dehiscence of antheridium. At maturity, the pores of antheridial chamber become wide open. Antherozoids float in a viscous fluid formed by dissolution of cell wall of androcytes. Sterile jackets of antheridium imbibes water, becomes softened and disorganizes. Antherozoids oozes out in mass through an opening. Antherozoids escape and came to dorsal surface of thallus. where they swim in the film of water present on the dorsal surface of thallus due to rain or dew. The presence of water is essential for the liberation of antherozoids. Structure of Archegonium. It is a flask-shaped structure differentiated into three parts. This is the stalk, solan venter, and long neck. It is a flask-shaped structure differentiated into three parts. Stalk, solan venter consists of single-layered wall. It closes a venter canal cell and large naked egg. Long neck consists of 6 to 9 tiers of cells arranged in 6 vertical rows surrounding a narrow neck canal. Fertilizations occur in the presence of water provided by rain or dew. Water is needed for dehiscence of antheria, liberation of antherozoids, opening of archegonial neck, movement of antherozoids to archegonia. At maturity, the neck canal cells and venter canal cells disintegrate and become mucilaginous. The mucilaginous substance, when hydrated, exert a pressure so that the cover cells spread apart. A passage is created at the opening of archegonial neck through which some of the mucilaginous substances oozes out. Antherozoids are attracted chemotactically towards some chemical substances present in mucilage. Some of them enter into the neck canal. A single antherozoid which reaches first fuse with the egg. Fusion results in the formation of diploid zygote. The gametophytic phase of the life cycle ends with the formation of zygote. Sporophytic generation. Zygote, first cell of sporophytic generation. It is diploid. The zygote is retained inside the venter and start germinating. It produces a diploid sporophytic plant pod, that is sporogonium, which is dependent on gametophytic plant body. Structure of mature sporogonium. Embedded centrally in the tissue of gametophyte plant body, represent only by the capsule spore sac. Food seta are absent, consist of mass of spores enclosed within the outer layer of calyptra. The spores are generally attached in tetrads. Spores are haploid and are the first cells of sporophytic generation. The calyptra cell layer is a part of gametophyte. Spores are enclosed within the gametophytic thalli until the thallus dies and decay. After that, spores are set free in the soil and dispersed by the wind or rain. This is the structure of mature sporogonium. This is the assimilatory filament. This is the structure of sporophyte, which is having the outer layer of calyptra. These are the spores. This is the smooth walled rhizoid, tuberculate rhizoid. These are the storage tissue, and this is the photosynthetic zone. First cell of gametophytic generation, it consists of a mass of cytoplasm with a small haploid nucleus. The spore wall differentiated into outer exine and inner entine. Exine is hard, thick, and entine is thin and translucent. Germination of spores, there is no resting period. The germination requires presence of light, low temperature, and sufficient moisture. The spores absorb moisture and swell. A germ tube emerges out through a germ pore. The decent protoplasm flows through the germ tube to its distal end, which cuts a large terminal cell. First rhizoid is formed near the base of tube. The terminal cells divide, resulting in the formation of 2 tiers of 4 cells each. Further growth results in the formation of young flat thallus. Life cycle showing alternation of generation. Riccia gametophyte can reproduce by vegetative reproduction. These gametophytes having the sex organ, these are the haploid. Riccia gametophyte is haploid. Sex organs are also haploid. They develop antheridium and archegonium. Antheridium forms antherozoids and archegonia forms egg. They fertilize to form a zygote. Here is the end of haploid gametophytic generation. After formation of zygote, there is sporophytic generation is start. These sporophytes are diploid. Spore mother cells are diploid. After meiotic division, which is a reduction division, the gametophytic generation is started. The spores are formed, which are N or haploid. The germination of spores forms new baby Riccia gametophyte. Life cycle is diplohaplontic. Alternation of generation is heteromorphic type, since the plant bodies of two generations are morphologically dissimilar. Thanks.